Hey guys, it's Will. It's Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. And thank you for finding us. If you want to give us a sub and a thumbs up and a comment, that would be much appreciated. Thank you so much. Isn't it an exciting day because I'm here to talk about a new Blu-ray label that will be putting out Hong Kong films. Holy hell. So Chameleon Films, I'm not talking about Chameleon Films, but I did just want to mention that Chameleon Films is another brand new Blu-ray label. This is like the year of brand new Blu-ray labels. This is really exciting. So Chameleon Films put out this movie, Breaking News, which I did review. The review is not up on the channel yet, but I promise you it is coming soon. It's already recorded. I already got the clips and everything. We just got to edit it and it'll be done and it'll be up for you. But Chameleon put out that incredible release of Breaking News. They put out Exile. They're going to be putting out more Hong Kong films. They're a company out of Australia, Region B. And now we have yet another new Blu-ray label, Neon Eagle Video. This is going to be an exciting video for two reasons. Let me tell you why. One, because it's exciting that there's a new Blu-ray label putting out Hong Kong movies. And two, I got the inside scoop. So I sent a message to Neon Eagle Video on Facebook, and Jared, who is one of the founders of the label, replied with his personal email address, was like, just send me an email with whatever questions you have and I'll try to answer them. So, and he did. I sent him an email. I got answers to questions for you here, which I'm going to read to you in this video. But that just makes me really like this label right away. I reach out to labels a lot, and I rarely hear back, and when I do hear back, it's not usually someone who's super nice and wants to help answer all my questions. I will say that James, who runs Chameleon Films, is really, really nice too, and was very receptive to questions I had and stuff like that. Eureka is really, really nice to me. I've spoken to 88 more, and I haven't talked to 88 in a while, but I used to talk to them more in the past. But like I've emailed Criterion, never heard back. Vinegar Syndrome, never heard back. Shout Factory, never heard back. Arrow, I never heard back from them. Basically, like anyone who puts out Hong Kong movies, I email them or I message them and I try to I should say, I don't ask them for free stuff. I just say like, hey, I'm trying to promote Hong Kong movies. So if you have any stills, publicity information, like anything like that you would like me to highlight in a video or put out there, please just let me know. And very, very often I don't hear back from people. So it's really exciting that there's a new label that they're going to be putting out Hong Kong movies. It seems like it's run by like really cool, really nice people. So I'm going to read you the press release and then I'm going to read you the information that I got from my email with Jared. Cauldron Films' Jesse Nelson and Brian Izzy, in collaboration with Mondo Macabro's Jared Honor, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, are proud to announce the formation of a new home video boutique imprint, Neon Eagle Video, NEV for short, not to be confused with the state of Nevada, that will focus on the trashier side of Asian cinema, highlighting exploitation, action, horror, and other cult films that have been neglected in the high definition era. So this is exciting too because, a lot of the comments I get on my YouTube videos are like, I'll review, say, a Jackie Chan movie and people will say, I love Jackie Chan. I love this movie. I own 65 releases of this movie. For the love of God, can somebody please release something that's not a Jackie Chan movie? Obviously, you have to understand the economics of it, right? Like Jackie Chan is he's Jackie Chan. He's the greatest action star of all time. His movies are going to sell fuck tons of copies, and that's just the way it is. But people do very frequently ask me, like, when are we going to get other movies that are, so here you go. Neon Eagle Video has answered your prayers. Each disc will be lovingly curated and produced by Jared Honor, with restoration, authoring, manufacturing, and distribution handled by Cauldron Films. Each release will be sold through the Cauldron Films site and diabolicdvd.com. Our goal is pretty simple, says Honor, and that's to issue deluxe collector's edition Blu-rays of films which we love that have not gotten the kind of attention we feel they deserve. Films from all over Asia, with a focus on the grubbier, grittier, more low-budget side of things. To that end, Neon Eagle Video is working closely with the legendary IFD Films, hell yeah, cut and paste Godfried Ho, baby, in Hong Kong. The crazy trash aesthetic that IDF perfected in the 1980s with the films they both distributed and produced is exactly the kind of thing we love and want to celebrate with this new label, Honor says further. Putting their money where their mouth is, Neon Eagle Video will debut with a deep cut from the IFD catalog, the wild Taiwanese exploitation marvel Kill, Butterfly Kill, in a ridiculously elaborate double Blu-ray limited edition release. This set will have not only IFD's 1983 English language dubbed version of the film and its later 1987 variant, which is called American Commando 6, Kill Butterfly Kill. If you know anything about the first 5 American Commando movies, please let me know. Inglorious 1080p, taken from brand new 4K restorations, but will also feature a standard definition print of the original Taiwanese cut of the film, Underground Wife, along with a standard definition trailer from the IFD vaults, highlighting Taiwanese exploitation and crime films, as well as the complete American Commando series. So never mind, you don't have to tell me in the comments. The release will answer the question for me. Underground Wife was part of the Taiwanese black movie wave that originated in the late 1970s and early 1980s, combining a concern with serious social issues with gutter exploitation, ridiculous action, and sometimes even outright horror. Underground Wife is a pretty tough revenge film that fans of Miss 45, I Spit on Your Grave, and Thriller, A Cruel Picture will definitely appreciate, says Jared Honor, who made the deal for the film and is producing this release. It has a gritty grindhouse feel to it and will appeal to fans of Japanese pinky violence and later Category 3 films from Hong Kong. The violence is so outrageous and cartoonish that it mostly reminds me of cheap and wild Turkish genre films of the 70s and 80s. Okay, those movies are freaking incredible. It's like, I'm so excited. What more could you want? This is what Jared Honor is saying. So there's more to this press release, but I'm going to stop here just for a second. I have seen very few IFD films. And, this is Godfried Ho's company, right? And Godfried Ho is actually, on some websites, listed as the director of this film, and on other sites he's not. Because, what they would do is they would buy films, and then they would cut their own footage into them, and they would become different versions, and they would save a lot of money, because they would spend, say, I'm going to buy the rights to this Taiwanese film for $10,000, and then I'm going to film, for one day, some footage of some dudes in ninja costumes, and then I'm going to splice it all together and make a new movie, and then I have 2 movies, and I can release those both. And so it's a really interesting business model. They're known for a really trashy aesthetic, but also what's really interesting to me is that Godfried Ho was Arna Venema's mentor when Arna was in film school. Now, as you know, I've interviewed Arna twice. I talked to him on Zoom last week. We talk all the time. I've become, I think, pretty good friends with him. And we talk a lot on Zoom. We talk a lot on Messenger, and we talk about movies. And we're actually working on a secret project together that I can tell you about eventually, but it's secret right now. But anyway, the point being, I've heard so many stories about Godfried Ho, and I've heard so much about his philosophy of filmmaking, about his career and everything through Arna. And times that Arna would hang out with him and they would run into other filmmakers, just really cool stories like that. So I'm really, really, really curious to see more IFD and learn more about IFD, because that's a blind spot for me, honestly, in the history of Hong Kong cinema and kind of Asian cinema more broadly, is I really think I've seen maybe 1 or 2 of their movies, and they put out hundreds of them. So I'm going to go back to the press release now. IFD Films distributed this picture to foreign markets in the mid-1980s with a slightly re-edited and English-dubbed version they called Kill Butterfly Kill. And this is the version of the film that is highlighted in this release. It's actually superior to the Mandarin language version. IFD did an amazing job rejigging the film for an international trash audience, Honor concludes. The film got another lease on life in the late 1980s when it got the patented IFD cut and paste treatment and was issued as part of the ongoing American Commando series. Yeah, see, so there were 2 versions of this movie that IFD was doing. This version edits out some scenes in favor of newly produced footage featuring actors like Mike Abbott and Mark Miller, and makes a more straightforward action film, albeit a truly crazy one. Although one thing I'd like to correct about this version, Honor says, is that no matter what IMDb says, Godfried Ho did not direct it. There you go. You're wrong, IMDb, because like I said, IMDb, and probably because of IMDb, a couple of their websites say that Godfried Ho is the director. The director of this version is Charles Lee Chu, although likely the rumor that Ho made it will live on. Kill Butterfly Kill will go up for pre-order in November alongside a much-anticipated Euro horror release from Cauldron Films. Future releases will include more IFD, including some honest-to Godfried Ho cut-and-paste cult classics. Wah, wah, I like the pun. As well as a bona fide pinky violence gem from Toei Studios in Japan. And possibly even some insane action and exploitation from Indonesia. So keep an eye out on the Neon Eagle Facebook and Twitter pages, as well as Cauldron Films' website for more information. So that first release, Kill Butterfly Kill, I will be ordering that. You know that I'm a little squeamish about the Category 3 rape revenge type of stuff, but I really want to support this label, and I do really want to see more IFD stuff. So I do plan on getting that release. and reviewing it for you here on the channel. So that's the press release. Then I emailed Jared and I asked him a couple other questions, and I will read you my questions, and the answer is here. So I asked him, do you know what volume of Hong Kong films you'll be putting out, like in terms of like what the ratio will be, because it's all Asian cinema. So we'll be putting out some Hong Kong, Taiwanese, Japan, like whatever, right? And he said, there's not going to be a set ratio, and we're just getting started, so it's difficult to say, but out of the 5 releases we have planned, 3 are Hong Kong related. But there are a ton of movies from Hong Kong we would like to release in the future, and I'd say the chances are good that the output will be dominated by films from Hong Kong and Taiwan. So for fans of this channel, that's really exciting. So then I asked, do you have any idea what the volume of releases per year will be? And he said, tough to say, but since we're just getting started, but I'd say probably no more than 3 a year, maybe 4. And then I asked if there were any upcoming hints or any hints about upcoming titles, and he said and this was kind of covered in the press release as well, but I just thought I would ask. We have more stuff from IFD coming next year, including a rather big cult hit from their catalog. So that's exciting. And then it says our next release will be a much requested Japanese pinky violence film. That's all I can say for now. So this is Neon Eagle Video, and that's just kind of information about this brand new label. As you can tell, I'm super excited about it. I hope that you're excited about it too. It's just I know I say this all the time, it's a really amazing time to be a fan of these films, because these labels keep popping up and they keep putting out amazing releases, and we're getting deeper and deeper into Hong Kong cinema. So it's not just like the Jackie stuff we're getting anymore, even though obviously, look here, I have this right here, my first thing on my shelf. You know I love Jackie and John Woo and Ringo Lam and all the big names, right? Like the Ovid Chow Yun Fat. But it's so much fun to dig into the deeper stuff too and get to learn more about these films and the culture of them and stuff like that. So I'm just really excited about this. My name is Will. I thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.